Why can't Muslims
There's a difference between comparing conflicts, civil war, and then allowing another country to bomb you from the sky every single day for 100 days. You cannot compare the both. And actually your tone of voice, when you say, oh, there is like black and black, Arabs killing each other, in your undertone is saying, yeah, they don't deserve to live, so let's Israel kill them.
0%.
This is exactly
0%.
what you're saying. No, this is what you're saying.
That's not what I said.
No, this is what I'm saying.
I asked a question, you're reading into my tone.
You have absolutely no sympathy for the Palestinian killing because
that's not true at all. Don't put words in my mouth.
No, seriously.
I 100% have sympathy.
In this video, Bassem Youssef completely shut down every single argument Adam Sosnick tried to make. This is one of the most intense debates you will ever watch. Bassem came with facts, with logic, and with raw emotion that you simply cannot ignore. Adam had no answer. Watch how Bassem uses pure numbers and history to expose the double standards that nobody in mainstream media wants to talk about. Do not skip a single second of this because every moment is more shocking than the last. So let's keep watching.
Your entrance into this conversation is extremely racist because you say, well, Arabs have been killing each other. First of all, the Arabs have been killing each other. These are called either proxy wars or civil wars. But this is different because America is not standing behind Saudi Arabia voting every single UN resolution like Israel. Israel is killing Palestinians, and nobody can do anything for them in the UN or the Security Council, right? You can talk about how Saudis are killing the Houthis or the Yemenis or how Iran, but when they go to the Security Council, America doesn't use the veto. You know how many vetoes did America use since the inception of the Security Council? How many?
Tell me.
88. How many of those were they used in order to protect Israel from a veto?
0.
56.
Oh.
The superpower of the world over 50 years used more than 65% of its veto power to protect one country. You cannot compare both.
So why do you think that is? Why is Israel so aligned with Israel? I'm sorry, why is U.S. so aligned with Israel over Gaza?
I don't know. I mean, there's like a million.
Ask yourself.
There's a million. Why? So why
I want to know.
Tell me. Because they're white like them? Are they allowed to put people
Who's
up?
white?
Well, I mean, a lot of Americans consider Israel is the white.
But you
American.
know for a fact
I know.
Most Israelis are Sephardic and they're brown.
It's the perception.
So it's bullshit.
It's the perception.
Exactly.
It's a perception, you know. So this is how Israel promotes itself. We are a democratic country. I have never seen a secular or democratic country that would actually give contraception shots to its own citizens, to their Ethiopian Jews, and make them not to reproduce. And until 2013, they have confessed doing that. They have been doing this for 10 years. That is not a democratic country. I have never heard a secular country, a democratic country, that would kidnap little kids from Yemeni Jews in 1950 and then take them away and then tell their parents that they die. And they did that in order to instill Semitic DNA in their population. That's why DNA testing is not allowed in Israel.
So are you pro-Islam? Are you anti-Israel or both?
I'm not pro anything. I'm pro-humanity, man.
So am I.
It doesn't matter my religion is. I don't care, actually. And I can give you 100 things I can tell you about Islamic countries that they do wrong. But what happens is right now is that the people who are bombing people every single day, they are not Yemenis, they're not Houthis, they're not Saudis. They're Israelis. For 100 days, they have dropped almost 3 nuclear weapons on an open-air prison, and all because of Hamas. Dude, if ISIS was already there, you have no excuse to kill 30,000 people.
You can't say words like nuclear weapons when it's not true, Bassem, and you know that.
The equivalent of 3. No, I can't.
So now they're dropping nuclear weapons? That's what you're trying to sell me on this one now?
I said they're dropping the equivalent of 3 nuclear weapons.
So how many people have died in Gaza?
30,000 people.
Okay, according to Hamas. Obviously, UN gets their number from Hamas.
So
but
do you have a number that you trust?
No, I don't have any number that I trust, but I'll take your word for it. I don't think that sounds...
So how many?
Hundreds of thousands of Muslims have died in the Middle East.
How many people in Israel died in October 7th?
According to the numbers, 1,200. But
according to who?
But the numbers are still being counted.
According to whom?
According to the IDF.
Oh, but I don't trust the IDF.
Whether you do or you don't, those are the numbers that we're working with.
Well, I'm giving you 30,000 people died, and you said you don't trust them. So who do we trust?
That's not what I said. I said according to Hamas.
Yeah, but
So
like
whether I believe the
when
numbers,
you say according to Hamas, it's like it's the undertone that you don't believe the numbers.
with all due respect, you're missing my point.
Mm-hmm.
30,000, other than the Hamas fighters, because I will stand to kill these people. I hope zero civilians die, but we
You
know what
hope,
happens.
But they die
Of course,
every day.
But
Did you just see that? Bassem just destroyed Adam's entire argument with one statistic: 88 vetoes. 56 of them used to protect one country. Let that sink in. The most powerful nation on Earth used more than 65% of its veto power for a single country over 50 years. Adam had absolutely nothing to say after that. This is exactly the kind of fact that never gets mentioned on mainstream news. Bassem is not anti-Inuan. He is simply reading the numbers out loud, and that alone is making Adam uncomfortable. Tell me in the comments, had you ever heard that statistic before? Because most people have never been told this.
But let's go back to my initial question. Let me ask this question, and then you can stick to my.
How do you think how many?
But what about the 100? Zero.
Should we stop?
Zero.
But they're killing it.
Okay, but that's not my point, Bassem. My point is this: 30.
How many
Can I
kids
ask the
lost their
question?
limbs?
Can I ask the question, and then you can have the full response? Why is this issue at the forefront of the news when hundreds of thousands since 9/11, 5 million plus people in the Middle East have died? 5 million. 5 million versus 30,000. Where are the marches? Where are the protests?
You haven't been around.
No.
You just haven't been around.
No, but I also read the newspapers. I see what's going on.
Because there has been marches against what happened in Yemen. There have been massive marches against what happened in Iraq.
If you ask the average person, they couldn't tell you that there's a war in Yemen.
There is a difference.
But if you ask the average American, they know what is exactly going on in Israel.
Here's the thing. These mental gymnastics where you want to divert people to other conflicts, these conflicts are proxy wars. These conflicts are civil war. Terrible, horrible. Civil war. There's been civil war happening in all kind of Asian and African country. The only difference is that is a foreign country invading another country, like exactly Russia invaded Ukraine, and then everybody is sitting there. All they ask is ceasefire, because one of the people in that conflict is a country that has been financed, given money by the U.S. It is considered as part of the free world because they're secular, because they are democratic, and they are committing war crimes every single day under the eyes of the United States, of the UN, and the Security Council. And that is why it is different.
Fair enough. So civil wars are totally okay. If it's a civil war, don't look at those are people just doing their thing.
Did I ever say that civil war is okay?
But you basically equivalized. If a civil war, 5 million people die across the Middle East.
Yeah, it is terrible.
It's no big deal.
Usually the civil war is really supported by like two proxy people, and they're like killing each other, and it's terrible, and they're trying to do it. And at the same time, those people are not just like killing them, they're killing them, wanted to push them out, openly saying that we are going to push the Palestinians into the Sinai. Basically, that is my country. All right?
This is the moment where Adam completely loses control of the debate. Bassem is not letting him change the subject. Every time Adam tries to bring up other conflicts to distract from the conversation, Bassem brings him right back. And notice how Bassem explains the difference between a civil war and a foreign country bombing another people from the sky every single day. That comparison alone silenced Adam. Bassem is doing what journalists and TV hosts refuse to do. He is asking the simple questions that any logical human being should be asking. Drop a comment below. Do you think Adam had any valid point in this entire debate? Be honest.
The only people shouting for the river to the sea are the Gazans.
Well,
Palestine will be free. So what does a free Palestine look like?
You know what's the difference between regular people in the street shouting from the river and the sea? Mm-hmm. These are regular people that are carrying flags in the street. You know what's happened on the other side? You have government official like Bitzail, like the Minister of Finance. You have bin Ghafir, who is the Minister of National Security. Both of them, by the way, were arrested many times for acts of terrorism against their own country.
What you just watched is one of the most important debates of our time. Bassem Youssef walked in with humanity, with facts, and with a courage that most public figures simply do not have. Adam came with talking points, and Bassem dismantled every single one of them in real time. The most powerful moment was when Bassem said, "I am not pro-anything, I'm pro-humanity." That one line says everything. This is not about religion or politics. It is about basic human logic and basic human conscience. My final question to you is this. After watching this debate, do you think the mainstream media is giving you the full picture? Let me know in the comments, and please like this video because it helps more people see this conversation that the big channels are too afraid to have. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss content like this.